Welcome back to P5.
Yeah.
Another chill night in Jaya. We're gonna hang out with Sojiro. Actually, we're going to make coffee, which is how I'm doing that.
Hey!
Well, yes. Let's brew some.
Ooh.
Let's see what kind of trivia we get tonight.
Yes, all right.
Let me explain.
Cuban Crystal Mountain. Cuba is the biggest island in the Caribbean. Their coffee is known for its full-bodied aroma and taste. Crystal Mountain coffee is made from only the largest beans of the harvest. It has a sweet, nutty flavor with low acidity. Usually during these times when I'm getting back into the game is when I try to check up to see if I've missed any Persona 5 news lately. It doesn't look like I really have. Obviously the game's been out, but you know, small things like what Atlas is up to, merchandise and whatnot. One thing I do know, and hopefully I get this video up on Tuesday afternoon, or night I guess if you don't live in the States, is that yesterday some details came out about the 3DS remake or port of Radiant Historia that Atlas is making, and some of the DLC plans on it, and it's pretty pricey for not a lot of content. Atlas is selling the original art in the game. You can get like the original character designs and portraits and whatnot if you pay for the DLC, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion. I feel like you should just put that in there, make it a push of the button.
Good morning.
Class precedent.
Reminds me.
Am I lying low? I don't feel as though I am.
I see.
I actually feel like it's the opposite. We have been pretty hard in investigating Madarame over the last week. You ain't slick, Makoto. You know, I feel like you'd be a little bit more sincere if you didn't have a smirk on your face when you said that. Let's see if I can keep my promise and get us into the dungeon by the second half of this video. Alright, 5:25, what are we doing? We're heading over to Jaya. Gonna spend another afternoon with Takumi. Get closer to that discount benefit. Let's see who these messages are from. See, one was from Takumi. On probably wants to go into the palace. Yes, that's exactly why I came. Let's say that. That's not exactly true, but whatever. Blush. Someone's popular. Is that a bad thing? I thought they liked her. Still no cure for the common cold. I doubt there ever will be. You are a genius.
Stop that.
She might actually be. It suits you, though. Feels like my bond with Takumi is growing even deeper. Death rank 6.
All right.
Oh. What?
I am excited for that. I want that discount. I feel like cooperating in that shady clinical trial has increased my guts.
Bye.
You're back.
Okay, so this message from Ryuji is pertaining to his confidant. Remember, he said he was going to look into this Yamauchi guy and see when he's drinking at night and then contact us. Yamauchi said he's going to go drinking at that Monja restaurant. Monja? You'll go with me to help investigate undercover, right? So what's it going to be? Respond later? Let me make sure I have a chariot on me. I do. Okay, cool. So I can just open my phone back up and reply. Go with Ryuji. Alright, I'm counting on you. This also unlocks a new hangout spot. Tsukishima. A waterfront district surrounded by canals famous for its monyanyaki. Moniyaki? Shit. Monyanyaki. Nostalgic Japanese flavor. Tsukishima's famous monyanyaki will remind you of the good old days.
All right.
This is a place you don't go to very often, actually. I think maybe 2 people in total like to come here. One of which is Ryuji, surprisingly. The teacher who's with him has shit on me too. Sorry, but I'm gonna be hiding in the bathroom. Why couldn't you just wait outside? Please, Akira. Just leave your phone on so I can hear what they're saying. This is a dumb plan. Look at this loser sitting by himself. What a jackass. I don't know, though. It's kind of hard to decide whether or not they're better off without a team or with a team with this jackass. You could argue it's better than nothing, but... Got it. They don't like him because he wanted the old coach. So the second kid, Nakaishi, I think he's the one that's picked a fight with us multiple times. Alright, that's going too far. Threatening violence?
Damn it!
Let's talk to Takaishi. And I think the message that you're supposed to get from this part of Ryuji's confidant is, I guess, how much he feels he has in common with Takeishi, since Ryuji was targeted when Kamoshida took over.
Hey.
So he probably feels some responsibility to at least help him in what way he can. Though I rather like how this will end. This whole storyline with the track team. Because it might not conclude the way you would expect it to.
And again.
I think it's cool, Ryuji.
Yeah.
I feel like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper. So this is an interesting one. Chariot rank 7 insta-kill. Chance to instantly win a battle after a successful ambush. One of the most unusual skills packed into this game. So when this game came out in Japanese, and I was playing like a big babby coward, and playing on safety, this skill came very much into play. What happens with insta-kill is that if you're over-leveled to the point where, I don't know if there's a hard number on it, it might be about 10 levels versus the shadow that you're ambushing, you will automatically win the battle, there won't be a fight. What will happen, if you have empty stock on you, persona slots, you will automatically get a mask of a persona that was going to be in that fight, but you will not receive any experience or money for these quote-unquote insta-kills. This is a kind of convenient but frustrating mechanic, because on one hand, if you're over-leveled, it stops you. You can't get super mega huge doing the same thing over and over, unless you give up on trying to get ambushes, only if you intentionally go for like neutral battles, which is something I have done inside of Mementos before, because it's easier there than anywhere else. On the other hand, it does save a lot of time. I mean, you know, there's no reason to get too extra big to where every fight is pointless, so this game kind of, with this skill anyway, it kind of like tailors it to where the game's always relatively challenging and there aren't any super easy fights. I don't know. A lot of players don't like this. I got used to it eventually, but it's something that whenever Persona 6 does happen, if this got left out, I wouldn't complain.
All right. Wait.
And besides, if you really have the goal of getting extra huge and super over-leveled to the point where everything's just trivial, there are ways to do that, even without, with or without that stupid ability. This game actually, intentionally or not, has ways of getting insane experience in the second half of the game. And they never did anything to like remove it from the game, so whatever.
Yeah.
This game got like 4 patches in Japan before it came to the US. You know, it's funny that this gets brought up right now about Yoshida. If you're watching this the day I put it up on June 27th, hopefully I get this up today. In Japan, I believe it's something like Speech Day or Speaking Day, something like that. And the official Persona account on Twitter has been tweeting about it and making posts about Yoshida. Let's see if I can find that. In fact, there's one like not too recently as I was recording this.
Jeez.
Yeah, to follow up on that, if you don't follow the official Persona Twitter account, it's at P_Koho, Kouhou. It's a Japanese account, and it's run from the perspective of Morgana. And the tweet that I'm looking at, which is just recently. Yesterday, Yoshida went to the Beef Bowl restaurant late at night. I think his speech is the real thing. I hope everyone is rooting for me on Speech Day, or whatever the holiday is called. It's a screenshot of Yoshida and the hero hanging out at the Beef Bowl place.
Do you know the answer?
That would be... Is it Three Musketeers? No. Of course it's the one about arson.
Well done.
Not particularly. Interestingly enough. Well, speaking of up-to-date things, if you are watching this on the day I put it up, the night of, well, I guess tonight or early on Wednesday, depending on where you live, starting a new stream. I'm going to do Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which won a poll that I put on Twitter a few days ago. Narrowly over Final Fantasy 15.
Nice going.
Which I guess in retrospect is good. Although I haven't fully played 15 yet. I have played Tokyo Mirage Sessions though. So, hey, I'm finally not stupid. I'm now learned.
Alright.
So yeah, bunch of TMS streams in the future, hopefully.
Yep. Hey.
10 days left. Let's look at our messages. This is the exact text I wanted to get. Onsen Shibuya. Let's go meet her.
Hey.
This should get us about halfway through her confidant. Let's hang out.
Thanks. For real?
Oh, right. I was like, what is she talking about? Oh, Shiho. That's right, Shiho exists. Yeah, get her a crepe. I'm sure she'll love it. Give it up.
Oh.
As we all know, you can't eat crepes while rehabbing your broken legs. We arrived at the meeting spot. Oh, is this our first time meeting her? It looks like they're having a pre-shoot briefing. I think this is the first time we've met this girl. Pretty girl. She's a model. But she's significant enough in the Confidant to get her own portrait art. Not a lot of characters like that.
Right.
In fact, this might be the only character that's exclusively seen in a Confidant that does. I'm not sure about that though, don't quote me. I don't think Anne does stretches. Or at least she doesn't have a routine. That's what I thought. Anne fits that trope of natural beauty. Although I can understand how aggravating this would be if I was in Mika's shoes. Look at her, she's so mad.
Oh,
That's even worse. Look at this bitch.
wait!
Look at that smirk.
What?
In the honor of my fallen comrade, Austin, I'm gonna have to suggest that you put Mika through a table. Because this bitch deserves it.
Oh.
The magazine staff left for the photo shoot. Without on. Well, she's amazing at something, and it isn't necessarily modeling. It had grace.
Do you think...
Tell me more. Tell me more about your alligator tears. It sounds familiar. I mean, that is why it's fake.
Yes!
I sense a heightened motivation from On. Rank 5 Crocodile Tears. Chance to force enemies to ask for less during negotiations.
All right.
That's a really good way of integrating that skill in.
Thanks! Bye!
That should come in handy.
Ah, you're back.
Especially now that I have the beginning of Yoshida's skills. I'm getting really good at negotiating now. Confession of crime are the queen of evidence or B jewel of evidence. This is A. The correct answer is A, queen. Yes, that's a very famous expression in the field of law. Confessions are very powerful evidence people use to even resort to torture to get them. That's a high school prodigy for you. Today, forcing a confession is forbidden under law and blah 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 blah. Increase my knowledge.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Sojiro. Not hanging out with you today.
Hey,
Not going anywhere special, though. I'm just going across the street. To get all squeaky clean in the bath.
Oh!
Let me save first.
I'll just add this.
Did this last time.
Oh!
Go in. Alright, mugwort bath feels great. Super charming, look at me.
Wanna head back?
Alright, time to get down to business. It's palace time.
hello.
Hello, Yusuke. Saw a sign for the Madarame exhibit on the way here. Couldn't help but remember that repugnant art museum. We must make haste to destroy such a world. Yes, but if I agree right now, that means I won't be able to do shopping beforehand. Because I want to buy Yusuke some toys before we dive into there. because there's a pretty damn good chance that I'm going to spend a lot of time in the palace off camera so that I can earn even more money. So first up, let's head over to a wise place. Probably dive into the Velvet Room as well.
Hey. Come on.
Don't have enough guts.
Okay.
Alright, we got all this new
You should be
treasure,
Grateful.
which doesn't amount to a whole lot of money, to be honest. Got an
Guess
old
that's
whip.
fine.
Alright. Let's buy some stuff.
Alright.
Well, first off, I want to get a good protector for
Okay.
Yusuke.
Alright, which one?
Let's go
That's what
all
you're
in.
choosing? Don't break it, okay?
And let's get him a good melee as well. He's gonna need it,
Sounds good.
seeing as he doesn't have any support abilities like baton pass and whatnot. So
That one?
try to get him as strong as possible. I'll leave his gun as it is, though.
Come again.
He's got some good stuff on him now. I still got tons of money. Now I can worry a little less about my personas,
Hey, inmate.
seeing as I don't have to do confidant abilities for the next few hours or so. I still haven't done
How
the
goes the
second strength confidant.
rehabilitation?
The inmate needs.
Let's execute him.
Let us begin the search.
I always found Velvet Room play to be pretty boring, so I want to try to do as much of it off camera as possible. Though I know some people really are curious about the personas that I'm always holding. I think what I need to do first is, whoops, I need to manually fuse and get rid of some of this weaker stuff. Like I need to get rid of Pixie. And unfortunately, I can't do it without taking a hit somewhere. Right, and I already have slime on me. That sucks. And I don't have any abilities to get rid of it, so
Fusion. Fusion.
let's do this. Since I know I can easily buy back some of the stuff that I'll need later.
Do you really need this? Select the skills you
Not
like to
particularly,
inherit.
but we'll see if we can't turn this into something better. Yeah, I'll keep
Its
Zio on me,
power
just
will
in
be
case.
Girls, let us begin.
Alright, Genbu, get on the team. Now let's look at our fusion
Let us begin the
results.
search. Not terrible, but
Choose the inherited skills, inmate.
Will it gain new power? Now for a rebirth.
Regenerate's gonna be nice to have.
All right.
Continue to sort by level.
not terrible, but not select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Its power will be nothing. My.
And that'll do it for now, right? I could get high pixie, but is that worth it? Well,
Not
what would I get out
terrible,
of this?
but not impressive.
I think I'll hold off.
Finished.
Done already?
with a lot of the personas in the palace already
It is
added to my
time,
compendium,
Enid.
I can easily get them back without cost if I negotiate for them. Alright, let's head over to the hideout.
Hey,
Explain about the metaverse and the nav.
Well,
Please elaborate. Let's start from the beginning. The metaverse spots where we act as the phantom thieves are called palaces. Palaces are worlds that take form from someone's cognition, a materialization of their reality. So do we each hold palaces within ourselves?
no.
No, not just anyone will have one. It's primarily those with strong distorted desires. They basically gotta be criminals. Real bastards like Kamoshida or Madarame. On the other hand, palaces can't exist within persona users. It's just impossible for them to form. Basically, your persona is the true feelings of your heart which arise from conquering your inner shadow. Then since you will have full control over your emotions, there's no way your desires can get distorted. So that's how that works.
Right?
And we use the Metaverse Nav app on our phones to get into that world. It's actually pretty simple. Just say a person's name, location, and distortion, and then you're in.
what do you mean?
Madarame's would be shack, then his distortion is that he thinks it's a museum.
Hold a moment.
How do you know that what their palace is going to look like if you have never set foot in it before? That part's kind of like a quiz or something. It'll probably get pretty tricky from here on out, too.
I see.
If anything arises which I fail to understand, I'll rely on those more experienced than myself. You got it.
Yeah.
Well then.
Thinking back to Madarame, though, I can't believe he'd consider pressing charges. He's pretty arrogant. There's no way we'll be able to win if that happens. He likely won't act on that threat until the final day of the exhibit, June 5th. Simply put, I doubt he would be so foolish as to taint his name with a trial during his exhibition. Alright, so we just gotta steal Madarame's heart by
Let's
then.
take him down.
Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna hit hold meeting, but I bet it's a summary of what we just read.
Damn it.
Just make sure we get this unique dialogue on screen.
Okay, it is time we start the meeting.
Not well. Oh, actually, we are doing okay. We are about halfway through.
Very well. Let us conclude this meeting.
Alright, infiltrate the palace.
Let's go. Oh yeah. We haven't decided on the new recruit's code name yet.
It has to be Kitsune. You know, with that Kitsune mask and everything.
Hell yeah. That really leaves an impression.
Are you talking about me?
What do you want your name over here to be?
I'd say Da Vinci.
Nope. Well, you've got that mask like On said, and there's that weird tail. All right, you're Aburage.
Very well.
He's agreed to it?
It's decided then. Aburage.
Nuh-uh, not happening. Do you have any ideas, Joker?
Fox.
Oh, just keep it literal, huh? Sounds good to me.
What do you think, Fox?
It's acceptable.
It's set then. Let's go.
And here's another tutorial for you.
Listen up.
We should decide on our starting lineup. There are more than 4 of us now. Alright, Choker plus the remaining 3. Just like P3 and 4. Of course, I get to decide. Party organization. To change party members, speak with your teammates at the palace entrance. You can also press the triangle button and select stats from the menu, which is much, much faster. And you can do this whenever. You can even do it in the middle of the palace. Wrong thing. Stats. So actually, let me look at these. No. Crap. I'm doing this all wrong. Stats. There we go. I want to look at how close everyone is to leveling up. So it's going to end up being Ryuji, Morgana, and Yusuke. Got it. This On's the closest to leveling up out of those. Right. Fast travel. Just picked the wrong thing like an idiot. The Central Garden.
I should write something.
And we'll save here. And get to diving into the palace. So here's where the security system was. We already poked around a little beyond this point.
Yeah.
Hey, we had to fight an enemy while you were poorly acting inside of Harumi's house. Ryuji almost died. And then he did die in the following fight. Alright, let's get to work. Second half of the palace much more interesting than the first, in my opinion.
True form.
Hey, Jack Frost.
The first move is ours.
See, did I fuse out Jack Frost? No, I didn't. He's still equipped to me. So,
Can't hit the enemy's weak spot.
and I have no Augie on Joker, so this becomes an on fight. And she's not on the party, so crap. Maybe I should put her on for this. No pun intended.
One enemy remaining. This is the last one.
Victory is ours.
Actually, I think I will do that. I'll take off Skull and put on Panther. I can think of at least one other enemy that's going to be frequent that is weak to Augie.
All right.
So, again, now we can see how this works perfectly in the middle of dungeons. You don't have to go back to the entrance, like in P3 and 4. So through here was the security system thing that we turned off. I don't think you can get back in, can you? Oh, you can. Though I don't think there's anything in here.
Show me your true form.
Alright, let's see what you have.
Now's our chance to strike. Go! Get up! They're mine! You powered up from the top.
Let's see if this kills. It'd be great if it does.
Okay, guys.
I believe all out attacks scale with the strength of your attack weapons.
Be the best.
So, we're strong enough there to kill. Which is always nice.
That enemy was really weak.
Never feels good when all-out attacks don't end battles. That brochure.
Oh.
It's another pamphlet, which means it's the map for the second half of the palace.
Hey.
Second of 2. as always, the treasure's at the very end. Why wouldn't it be?
It looks like.
Still have a ways to go. Alright, this area is pretty big. I can't remember what's in there,
Look,
or whether or not I
treasure
want it.
chest. Why don't we crack it open?
Okay, let me think about this. I'm going to open it. Whoops. And I will empty the party of everyone but Yusuke so they can see his chest opening animation. Hope it's something good. Snuff Soul is very useful. Oh, I should put an accessory on Yusuke. Also, yes, Yusuke's animation is adorable. I know that's what you're thinking. It's one of my favorites. Alright, let's see what we got for him. Not important. See, I don't have too many useful accessories on me. And besides, once I start buying those SP adhesives, they're never going to come off. Alright, this is a gated area. Just want to fill out that map. Make sure that I show off where everything is. I missed a treasure down there, but that's okay. I'm going to get a chance to pick that up later. Focus. So this looks like an area you can walk, but it's actually a secure. Focus. And it doesn't actually show that in Third Eye, but you definitely cannot walk down that hallway. Let's stake this out. You can see on the map that there are 2 enemies in there. I just need this one to come closer to the door, which it will.
I'll reveal your true form.
It's a big group.
Now's our chance to strike. Go! It's almost scary how good I am.
Roger.
I might not have Zero on me anymore. Oh, I do. Sweet.
You're mine.
That's right. I made sure to keep it.
Persona.
You can aim for their weak spot. Joker took one out. All right. Don't move.
So one thing I found during that last dungeon dive, in which I played off camera, grinding out some money, that I didn't know beforehand, is that
That was easy.
gotta back up. God, already saw me. Usually that's not a problem.
Believe this? It took us by surprise.
This is dangerous.
Be careful.
These fuckers are real dangerous because of Muto. We're getting lucky here. Got very, very lucky.
Watch out. Prepare yourself.
Alright, pass it over. Oh, that's right. We can't baton pass when surrounded. Nope.
Okay, guys.
What I was saying before that ambush is that I found out that when you get halfway through the dungeon and we met the security system, is that if you manually backtrack through that area instead of just teleporting back to the entrance, what happens is that you can't actually go back. I think you can if you use like the like fast travel system. But I had backtracked to the first part of the palace where that big gold monument is that depicts plagiarism. It's like a big fountain with the people coming out of it. And I tried to go back through the door that's in that room, and Morgana wouldn't let me. He was like, no, we gotta get out of the palace. We're done here today. I was like, what are you talking about? Wouldn't let me go. I didn't know there were weird little quirks like that. There's all kinds of stuff that you can see that a lot of people may miss. Like there's a special animation for if you decide to the rooftop in which we entered the palace, where we were outside and then we jumped on the roof and there were those window panes and there's like a rope coming down. If you go backwards out of that area and instead climb upwards, there's a special animation for that. which I really, really like. They went to great lengths to pay attention to small details like that. What are you weak to?
Go down.
Not electricity. Definitely not fire.
I am thou.
Maybe it was wind. Oh, nice. I wasn't expecting this. And you got me.
That's a new one, isn't it?
I'll take that.
Check out this new skill.
And of course, Ryuji is getting passive experience gained, thanks to the Moon Confidant. Though I believe at this point it's only half of what the main party is getting, which increases later as you rank up Mishima's Confidant.
Show me your true form.
Gotta clear this room out at the very least.
Now's our chance to strike. Go!
Nice crit, Mona.
Scary how good I am. All right, here, pass the baton and Carmen! Watch him out. You're so gorgeous, Panther. Finish him! The beautiful rose has thorns.
I should look for an opportunity to get Yusuke's all-out finisher.
Huh? That was a little too easy.
Crap. One of you might see me. Now, even though these Whoa.
A treasure
Wasn't
chest.
expecting to jump over this laser.
Thievery is about.
Anyway, let's just open this. Even though these infrared lasers are obviously completely transparent, and you can see people on the other side of like the walled versions of them with the 3 lasers,
Reveal your true
they may as well be solid walls. The shadows cannot see you through those lasers.
Now's our chance to strike. Go! Persona! Dance, Carmen! We're on the floor! Don't move! You're the best, Panther!
Am I leveled enough for this? I'm not. Oh well. Revival bead's not bad. Let's see if I can get more.
Not bad!
Alright. I'll take it. 2 revival beads.
Well, on to the next
Ooh, that's
trial.
new.
A spectacular victory!
I don't know what level he's at though. Maybe 18 or 20, something like that.
Okay.
He might be the highest level shadow that appears in this palace. That's typically the case for shadows that are by their lonesome and fight you one-on-one. I want to take care of that guy though. I want to know that I killed every enemy in the area before I moved on. Alright, just turn around. Thank you.
I'll reveal your true form.
All right, the first move is ours. Use wind to hit
Yep.
its weak point. Persona.
Had I just struck with Garu the first time we met,
Scary how good I am. I'll handle this. You powered up from the beginning. Dance, Carmen. Watch him out. You're so gorgeous, Panther. Finish him. How's that?
Okay.
experience gains are still not that high. Alright.
Somewhere.
Oh. Just gotta make it back over there. So the way forward is actually right over here. Because you can see that that wall over there is gated. This puzzle's not too hard to figure out.
Amazing.
Mainly because in a trailer they showed this off pretty heavily. This painting stuff. Let's try jumping in.
I won't forgive you.
Alright. So, Atlas is really proud of themselves with this effect. Because they shoved this all into one of their trailers. Even though there's not too many spots in this palace where you do this. I think there's like one other room that has these paintings. There we go.
How foolish.
Sorry about that. Let's move on. So we got a enemy blocking our progress through this room, I believe.
Hey.
And I want to kill it before we
I should have
finish up for the day. Here we go.
Treasure chest.
Oops. Jump down, Joker. There we go. So, if we open this up, this leads back to the beginning of the area, that treasure chest that I opened.
I can feel it.
One of these. Is it this one? Oops. I think you have something in you. Oh, a treasure demon. How lovely.
Hey, that's a rare one. Don't
Now I have Lucky Punch, so I have a better chance of knocking you down than I did before.
let me finish it.
Check my skills here. Right. Let's increase your defense.
Persona. Such a pain.
Persona! Prepare yourself. It's tenacious.
Persona.
Come on, Mona. Ah,
Let's go.
what if I do this?
Jack Frost!
I should have done this last turn, because then I would have gotten 2 shots in between myself and Yusuke. So I think he's gonna get it.
My other self.
There we go.
All of them. Not bad, Fox.
Worth it.
All right.
Worth burning that SP to kill him.
Keep it up.
Focus.
And that was with the 0 security level. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to our safe room. Save the game before fighting this this upcoming little mini-boss. That'll probably be where I end it, in the safe room rather, and we'll kill off that mini-boss at the start of the next video. And continue progressing through the palace. I will probably do a little off-screen grindy grind, so that when we finish off the palace I can do like last time and load up a file that has tons more money than I would otherwise.
Can rest.
So
I'll just add
save it.
this.
Take a look at our time. You're at 22 hours 34 minutes. That'll do it for today. I will see you in, what is it going to be? Part 20 is the next one. Eventually, these get to be so high in number that I'm going to lose track. But whatever. So that's it for today. Check out Tokyo Mirage Session streams if you'd like. Those will be coming very soon, and it'll probably take a while before all that finishes, because that's a long-ass game as well. You guys have a good one.